Hello, with all the changes to the center, we're going to be showing you where the artifact caves are located. And while some of you may already know where they're located because you played ASC, the entrances look different and may be slightly different terrain around it, so it might be harder to find. So we're going to show you where these entrances are, so you can easily find the artifact caves. First up, one of the center's favorite PvP caves is the Pearl Cave. And as you notice, we're at Lava Island here, which no longer looks like Lava Island. The Pearl Cave is located on the west side of the island, and as you notice, there's some lava coming down here, down to this pool, and where it used to connect with the water is now kind of rock formations. So off to the right of this is going to be the Pearl Cave back up in that cove right there. So we're going to go down to it, kind of show you, and this is going to be kind of near 2046 area. When you get close to there, you'll be able to find the Pearl Cave. You'll be able to see these landmarks pretty easy. He's kind of got these pillars in the air above it. And it's just back in this little hook here. And instead of going into it this direction, like we would in ASE, it's actually going to go into it this direction. So this is what the cave entrance looks like. Now on the east coast of Lava Island is going to be the Lava Cave, which is going to have the artifact of the Massive and artifact of the Strong. And it's going to be located near 1448. You can kind of see down here, the area is going to be located around. This cave entrance, if you know where it is, you can probably find it, but it may take you some searching around. It's actually a little trickier now with a new environment they have going around and over it. So you see we have this little kind of pride rock sticking out here on the east side of the island. If you follow that back, down underneath it, where you can kind of see that green light is near the cave entrance. So we'll go down there and give you an idea. And of course, you may not have a drop under here to show you where it's at, but yeah, this is kind of the entrance. To the right of the entrance, you'll have these lava pools coming down, dripping down underneath here, and then on the left side here is going to be the entrance to the cave. And so this is what it looks like. And when you come in here, of course, it's going to be a drop down to actually get into the cave once you go across the bridge here. Artifact of the Moon Cave entrance is a little bit trickier to find. It's going to be near 4758, and it's going to be along this river here. As you can see from the blue obby, you can come up this river, come around, and it's going to be in these ruins right here. So you'll see there's some ruins over to the left. There's some ruins here, and then if you look to the right over there, you'll see that it curves around and goes to some more ruins. So these are the little ruins you're looking for right here. Once you find these, you just go inside, and that's the entrance. Alright, so you see, we'll head inside right here. We'll come through, and then there'll be this little entrance here. You come back to the back here, go down, and there will be water, and then you'll just swim to the back of this cave and get the artifact. And now that you know how to locate the jungle cave, if we go straight back from the jungle cave just a little bit up into that ridge line you can see there, we'll run into another cave. Now this isn't an artifact cave we're going to. But this is a bonus cave. Just as you will fly from the jungle cave and we'll go back. Slow down a little bit here. Alright, you'll see this pool of water, and there will be a cave entrance, which should be pretty easy to see if you're flying. This cave entrance here doesn't have artifacts, but it does have cave loot crates, which will be important for the next video that should be out tomorrow. If the video is already out, when you see this, it'll be linked above in the cards, and it'll also be at the cards at the end of the video. Now you know where this bonus cave entrance is. If we look down here where the beaver pond is, if we take a right and we go that way just a little bit, we'll run right into the next area. It'll be the entrance for the hunter artifact, taking us to the jump puzzle. You go across this river, and then across the river will be some ruins here, and then it's right here in these ruins. Alright, and one way to identify it when you're flying high above is there will be another beaver pond right in front of it, and then there will be some ruins like this. And then these trees are kind of blocking it because I'm down low, so let's go up high. Got to give you a bird's eye view here. So just to the right of these ruins, you'll notice that little bridge there. Underneath it is how we get to the entrance of the underworld, where the closest entrance to the jump puzzle is. So we'll head in here and just kind of show you. It cuts around, and you see it just kind of cuts through. But there's a hole in the wall here on the left. and we can just kind of go through here, and you make your way down all the way through until you run into the crystal cave, and in the crystal cave you'll have an option to go left or right. Alright, so once you're in the crystal cave area here, you'll see you can go left or right, but you'll notice this ramp takes you out and goes down and to the right. You're going to head to the right, not the left, to get to the jump puzzle. And of course, there's going to be arthroporas and snakes and bats all through down through here, so it'll be a little bit dangerous. Alright, you follow this all the way to the right, it'll end up cutting around and then coming up to a cliff edge where you can jump down and swim, or you can grapple across or jump across if you have a kangaroo or something that can jump. The easiest way would be to just grapple across this bridge here and come across, but if you don't want to do that, if you jump down the water and swim, you can come up through this middle area and then make your way up on top of this bridge and jump across here. And then to the right is the jump puzzle. And this is a great place to get the ice cave loot crates. There will be several that spawn in here, the red ones. The artifact of the Skylord is located in the South Ice Cave, and the easiest way to find that is to come over to where you can see the waterfall going over across the redwoods, and there's the bridge across the redwoods. So directly north of this bridge, you'll see the snow area and this little pillar sticking out with a tiny bridge on top of it. Alright, so you can see it has a connected bridge. So if you come to this, go under it or go around it, however you want. The cave is actually just right past it in the wall here. It's usually hidden by trees, and it can be hard to notice especially if you're flying fast, but this is where the entrance is. So it's between these two bridges. As you can see, you got the pillar with the bridge going up there, and then we have the pillar with the bridge going up there, and it's just between those, just right across from the redwoods and the waterfall. And it's, usually blocked by trees and stuff, unless the player's built in here. And this should be somewhere near 60, 20, 22-ish. The reason I say that is the new GPS system doesn't work very well. If you hit your map button and open your map, you'll get different coordinates than if you open your inventory and open your map that way. And when TriMates give you coordinates and you go to those coordinates, it's usually a little off. So with the GPS removed from the game, we can no longer get accurate coordinates. So I'll just kind of give you an estimate of where they are, and that's why I'm showing you where the entrances are, so you can find it easier based on landmarks. Now, just outside of the ice cave is another artifact called the artifact of the cunning. If you come out from the ice cave, you drop off this cliff here, there's another area hidden underneath this cliff. Alright, so you just go under this cliff and follow it around, and it'll just go around to the back, and there will be an ice castle. So as we'll show you here, it curves around, and then we'll kind of zoom around here and go over this lake, and the ice castle is up ahead. It's kind of hard to see with the fog turned on, but the fog hides how bad the game looks from a distance, so we're leaving it turned on. Alright, and so this is the ice castle. This is where Peter S. Clark had probably the hardest time solving a riddle during the kangaroo race. But yeah, if you look down the river to the back is going to be where the artifact is at. It's pretty easy to get. You fly in here, grab it, fly out. No real dangers or issues. And then the artifacts of the Devourer and Clever are found in the North Ice Cave. And this hasn't changed too much from ASE. It's pretty easy to find. You can find this waterfall going off the end of the world here up in the north. And then just turn to the right. You'll see an ice mountain here. So you just fly kind of straight over here, and you can see this land ramp coming up. It kind of guides you right into the cave. So you just kind of go between these two rocks here. And, right, and there it is. There's the entrance. This should be near 21, 27-ish. It's pretty easy to find, pretty big entrance. It's not blocked by a whole lot of debris, so you can find it easily when flying from the air. But if you miss it, just look for that land ramp guiding you up and into it. Artifact of the Devious is pretty easy to get to, pretty easy to find. Pretty much find it the same way in this as you did ASE. You just go to the floating island out here in the middle of the map, go underneath it. There is an entrance above it. It's just easier to go under if you have a flyer. It's especially easier when you have a wyvern, so you just kind of come down and you go up under it, and you can just come up inside of it. Alright, and you just fly up in here and you grab the artifact of the Devious. Once you fly up in here, you'll see this little cubbyhole, and it will be in there when it spawns. Now keep in mind, if you're playing single player, sometimes the artifacts and loot crates in caves will not spawn until you've been in the cave for quite a long period of time. So you may just have to set in the cave in AFK. At that point, you may want to use the console command slow-mo just to increase the speed of time so you can get those artifacts and those loot crates that should be in there. Alright, now I'll show you where Artifact of the Brute is, and just to show you real quick, if I'm in my map, alright, and you look here, it's kind of almost right, 63. So this says I'm somewhere between 62 and 64.2, and around, anywhere between 87.9 to pretty much 90 almost. But this is the inventory map, right? If I put that away and I open up this map, it'll say I'm at 63.1 and 88.8. So these are both a little off, so depending on which one you're using, it depends on what it's going to say you're at. And then, of course, it's the ocean, and the brute artifact is just right down here. Alright, so if you don't know, the ocean center is really, really deep. So you'll definitely want a water dino for this. I went ahead and turned fog off so you can see better under the water, so you can kind of see where we're going. Alright, and then we'll show you where the artifact is. And this artifact of the brute is pretty simple. It's just setting right there, right on the ground. Pretty easy to get to. As you see, this is really deep. I'm moving really fast. So then we'll head over to this little shore here. And this is where the artifact of the brute should be. Okay, cool, and it is here. It's not always here on single player right off the bat. But as you can see, it's here. The ocean goes deeper. When we drop down, you can kind of see where we're going. Let's just give you what these coordinates say we're at, which is going to be, 67.1, 88.8. That's not, your coordinates may be a little different than that. You should be able to find it this way. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.